Mandarin Monkey 广播时间。
Why, hello there, and welcome back to the Mandarin Monkey Podcast, Season 2, Episode 235.
第235集。
Super excited to be back, everybody, and it's been a long time coming. We've been away for a month now, maybe just a little over a month, so everyone's been bereft, including us, of chatting. Me and Eula haven't talked at all since we left Taiwan, and now we're here to talk. And if you're watching the YouTube version, you can see 我们有新的不知道怎么讲是
背景
背景
，Yeah，
我们的新的背景。There's room for improvement, obviously. Where we are, we just set up temporarily for now, and we'll see how things evolve.
对啊，
所以
好开心。
你还好吗？
还好，你呢？
Yeah, I'm alright. 我很累，你知道我很累。
Yeah,
我们很累，因为我们需要 like get used to like 习惯 like 新的
生活
例行，
对。
like routines and everything else.
Yeah.
Before we get going, I would like to say a quick thank you to some of our September members.
是的。
Our September members. Johan.
谢谢你，欢迎。
Welcome. Stephen.
Hello.
Welcome. Mulam. I'm sorry about this. Mulamali.
你好。
Welcome. And Cheska.
Hello.
welcome to Mandarin Monkey.
你们好。
对呀，
很高兴。
And actually, Cheska sent us a lovely message this morning saying that we are helping her connect with her boyfriend's family.
是。
So thanks for existing. And hey, welcome.
不客气。
没关系. Anything we can do to help. Also, a little side thank you very much. And obviously, because it's been a month away, there's a lot's happened. 很多东西，我们有
超多的。
很多的消息吗？
超多。
For me, it's 新闻, but
是消息啦，我有那种
because it's personal.
我们不是总统。
It is news. It's like proper news. Thank you very much to Cara for your generous donation, but also firing
谢谢 Cara.
Charles and thank you very much to Margaret, Auntie Margaret.
谢谢 Margaret.
A staple of the Mandarin Monkey diet is Auntie Margaret and Auntie Cara. And thank you very much for your donation also.
没错，谢谢大家。这一个月加油！
谢谢。
你的杯子上面有好多叶子。
OK， 继续。
这一个月真的 to us 是非常非常困难的时间，是非常也是很 exciting 很刺激的时间，
很压力，
很有压力，就是有有很多的 emotions 都在这个 journey 里面。我们很谢谢你们，就是等我们回来，
支持我们，对啊，
支持我们，然后告诉我们 messages，告诉我们就是你们很棒，加油 ，We are waiting for you， 我们在等你们回来广播时间跟大家一起聊天。
Yeah.
And you didn't leave us， 你们没有离开我们，你们就是在这里等着我们回来。我觉得这是一个很棒的。最大的一个 support， 最大的支持，就是我们很感谢也很感激的。
对啊 yeah. And on an absolutely seriously note, yeah. So obviously people have people have stuff happen in their life, which is normal, obviously. Stuff happens, right?
对啊。
And and us being away for a little while, we thought my sister actually 我的姐姐给我个很好的这是比喻吗？比喻
可以。
That we had to juggle. Obviously, 我们的家庭，我们的家人 our family, 然后moving like 搬家 like move house, moving country, finding schools and all this kind of crazy stuff that we'll talk about in just a minute. But that, and we have to juggle all those things. So we have to all those balls are up in the air. Dong, 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 dong. And we're gonna, at some point we're gonna drop one, and we just have to realize that we know we're gonna drop one, and when we
drop
do,
a few.
we dropped a few, of course, 当然，
但是没关系，对啊，
这是生活。I think the aim of the game is to keep an eye on the ball that you drop, those draw, and then pick them up if you can, when you sort of get around to it, and we're starting to pick them up now. And this is one of the balls we're picking up. And we haven't been as active with the Mandarin Monkey community in the last month as we could have been. We've tried on the social side.
没错，在 IG 我们的 Instagram 我们的 Facebook Twitter 还有 Discord I think 我觉得 Discord 有一个很 annoying 的地方，很烦的地方，就是他们不让我们 upload any videos
啊，就是很难，
只有 pictures
很烦，对啊。
对啊，就是我们常常会录一些很有趣的一些影片
yeah, 很多
就是没有办法把它放在 Discord 上面跟大家分享，我觉得这好烦。
应该我们需要 upload to YouTube 然后放他们在 Discord like just a link or something 我不知道。Anyway, listen, thank you very much for those people from me personally, for those people who have obviously been with Mandarin Monkey for a while and they're continuing to chase their learning and chase their wanting to learn Zhongwen and sticking around with their teachers and all this kind of stuff. Big respect to you guys, a big appreciation from you guys. Also, but a massive respect and a massive appreciation to the guys who continued on their Mandarin journey with Mandarin Monkey, but also said, sent positive messages our way during this time. And for those people, it's not, it's appreciated. It's not forgotten. And we'll remember that. We'll remember those. 我
们记得你们的名字，我们记得你们给我们的鼓励 those encouragement 我们真的很感谢你们。
对，谢谢你。
对啊。
What else? Anyway, so we moved country. Did you know? 你知道吗？他们知道吗？我不知道。
不知道，他们知道吗
？I don't know. 告诉他们。你
我们搬家我们 moving house and to everyone like 搬家感觉是一个很大的很重要的事情。Maybe 你搬家你需要开车20分钟30分钟1个小时 longest 也不是 longest longer one 1个小时你要搬到一个小时开车1个小时的地方，但是我们不是。我们搬到一个你要坐飞机坐14个小时的地方，
对啊，
怎么这么疯狂 ？It's so crazy 我们搬到英国了，我们现在是在英国生活的混血家庭。一开始真的是我们的孩子像 Carrie Mason 他们都很开心呀，可以坐飞机。那 Max 就是不知道Max 就是什么事情都不知道但是他们就是知道说我们要去一个大家都说英文的地方，然后这个地方是爸爸的家 Daddy 的家，然后他们可以在这个地方看到他们的 Granddad，看到他们的 nanny，因为他们常常在姑姑，因为他们常常都在手机上看到他们的脸，他们的脸都是在手机上面。那现在终于他们可以真正的在英国看到这3个家人，他们就是很兴奋很开心。对，当然你也很兴奋很开心，对不对？一点看到你的家人，
对啊，我要看到我的家人，
看到你的爸爸妈妈。
我真的喜欢我真的要 like 给他们抱抱 and 看他们的眼睛 and just see how they are. 他们的健康 also was a big concern of mine. So just to see them, give them a cuddle.
对。
Catch up properly instead of on a phone. It's really nice. 但是 I want to go back. I want to go back to the beginning of our journey. I want to take
How back?
All the way back.
从哪里开始
I was born No.
你要 back to where? Like
to Taiwan.
21st. No? 真的吗
Back to Taiwan. So
台湾哪一个时候
Okay, so we booked 我们订这个小黄，但是不是小黄，是大黑。
on the day we fly. Okay.
你知道吗？
就是我们在飞的那一天。
我们订了这个小黄。
是9人座它是9个人的车子。
Was it? Oh, it was. You're right. It was a 9-seater. 对，因为我们是五个人，但他们没有宝贝车子，不是车子，是椅子。
你说在车子里面吗？
对啊，
那叫做汽车座椅。
汽车座椅对。 他们没有，所以I think they just won, and then we had to bring our own and then throw it away.
对，因为那个已经很就是不好了，
对，
就是 craft 对啊
And so
就自己带。
We packed our stuff in 100 bags, in our like 5 suitcases or whatever it was, craziness, and a couple of backpacks. Kiddies were in there, got in the 小黄然后去到 oh no, before that, 你跟你的妈 Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen.
No, don't even mention that.
为什么？因为我会哭嘛 Come on, no, really? No.
Oh, I'll try to avoid that. Okay.
You wanted to avoid it? Well, no, I think it's quite important because I think 他们知道你跟你的家人的relationship.
Oh my god.
对不对？
Yeah.
You're starting already, and we haven't even talked about it.
I know.
We'll move past it quite quickly. We'll get past it quite quickly.
Yes, please.
So basically, 你们知道娱乐的 Excuse me, I've got tea happening here. Relationship with her family. Now, 他跟他的爸爸 I mean, they didn't. I don't even. 我不知道如果你忘记了，你记得如果你的爸爸说拜拜吗？
没有，他没有说，
他 carried on working，
他没有说任何话，没有。对啊，我们已经很久没有聊天了啦，已经很久了。I didn't expect this.
You didn't? Oh, okay. Well, it's part of the journey, isn't it? It's part of the journey. So, and I think your brother 你的我因为你的哥哥他说拜拜，但是他 just like
他没有说，
他不见，
他没有说。
He didn't say bye. I thought he did, but then he just disappeared somewhere.
然后他就是来，然后他就是说哦，你们几点的车？然后你们东西准备好了没？Are you ready?
Yeah,
然后
you prepared all your stuff. Yeah.
然后我就说呀，我们准备好了，然后我们在等车，然后then that's it. 但是就是我们的 conversation， 然后他就 maybe 去工作，或者是他就不见了。Yeah, you're right.
Then he just disappeared off into the mist.
对啊。
And your sister, obviously, 姐姐 she wasn't there at all. But
没有，他要工作啦。
他要工作，对。
他已经就是姐姐已经有说，就是你们要安全，然后你们要好好照顾自己。然后我们就是他那一天太忙了，他没有办法就是来看我们。
Stop it. Now what's that? I can't actually reach you. Now, obviously a sad time. One thing actually that Yula's mum did say, which is interesting, was be nice to his family, wasn't it? Be nice to his family.
Yeah.
Because I think there was always one interesting thing where like belief I think that your mum had, where it was like be nice to his family, otherwise then they won't be nice to you, sort of thing, and they won't support you, sort of thing. I guess that's the
对，他就是说你要乖乖的，然后
behave，
就是不要让他们的家人生气。
对，可
是我不会让你们生气，我不会让你的爸爸妈妈。
you would, but do you know what I mean?
这是一个文化，就是一个 culture， 就是你要不管就是你不喜欢这个爸爸妈妈或是姐姐说什么或是做什么，你就是安静，你就是 be quiet， 然后不要说，不要to say back， that the term to say back， 就是不要回话，你就是说 OK 好 I will improve I will fix that， 就是这是我们女生，就是在我们的文化是女生需要比较 you know stay back， 然后就是听你们要我们做什么，这样这是这样的文化。但是我觉得这是一个，因为我的妈妈是很传统，她是非常 traditional 的妈妈，所以她的 thinking 还是很传统的。所以她会跟我讲这些话，只是希望我可以在英国被照顾，to be looked after， 然后 well， 就是不要太小朋友。
但是这是 like a 不一样的文化 in the sense that in Taiwan, obviously the pressure, not the pressure, but the onus on like looking after is with the family you're with. Do you know what I mean? So if I'm sort of staying with you and your family, it's kind of in a way your family's responsible to be my family because I'm there, sort of thing, to support.
对啊，
但是我们的文化是不一样。
对，我们就是
we are independent.
对。
of our families as a little more. So, you're not like, I can't imagine you, my dad going, "Hi, Eula, I'm Tom's dad," and you going, "Hi, Tom's dad." You. Do you know what I mean? You're not gonna do like that's not the first thing you. But 但是
没有啦，对啦。
But anyway, to cut a long story short, not to dwell on the family thing, but Eula's mum gave Eula a cuddle.
你很烦
Woo! 好棒啊
Yeah. 对啊，我要说什么？
Yeah, 我知道。
就对啊，我抱他啦。
Yeah, no, that
但是
was
他
a
也有
huge
抱
thing.
我 Yeah.
That was a big thing. That was a big thing. And Eula's mum's very difficult to correct. It was actually a little bit. I know 我知道你感觉什么 like exactly 我知道 your glasses are steaming up. And you got one of your glasses is steaming up on the right hand side. 很奇怪 I know how you feel because obviously I've done it twice. The first time we moved over, we came over here a little bit and then we came back and then, I've done it a couple of times. I know 我知道你的感觉是什么 and leaving your family is tough. And I had that little experience with my dad where I gave him £5 and said, "Buy yourself a beer" in a card. And he was...
男人的 lips.
Yeah, and walking off.
Yeah.
He had to walk off quick. At that飞机场, he was I sort of I gave him a thing and he opened it. What's this? He opened up, he gave me $5. I said, "That's for a beer, Dad." He was like, "I'm a flight." And off he went, you know what I mean? Like it. Anyway, so you said your goodbyes, and I know it's tough, sort of driving away from them. That's the hardest bit is driving away. 但是你知道了，时间会 heal 你的 wounds. 世界会 I mean, any wounds. You put makeup on before, you don't have much makeup on anymore because of the crying.
I think this is your 目标，这是你的目标，对不对？就是让
你哭嘛？不要。但是我上次是我 like 我以为这是 like 很重要的部分的我们的故事。
呀，当然了，就是我觉得这是最难，但是也是你看到，就是我第一次真的觉得我妈妈是爱我的。
I know, yeah. Even not saying it, but doing it. 我知道，继续。
因为我就是 expect 因为我知道我会抱她，因为我不知道什么时候可以再回去台湾看她嘛。因为现在 COVID 真的就是 makes everything so difficult.
Really does.
所以呢，我就想说，我一定要抱她，不管她会不会抱我，就是要抱她。那就是我觉得那个感觉的 love, the feeling of love 是她抱我的时候 ，because I didn't expect her call me back, but she did. 但是我就是觉得，that's enough.
You're like
就可以了。
You do care.
Yeah, 对啊。
Yeah.
Yeah. 谢谢。
Being tough.
我现在没办法说话，好难啊。
对 ，listen.
好湿哦，我。
Like, I don't want to, everyone's got their own like 家庭的情况 and 我知道 like 他们的习惯 between their dad and mum and dad and all, whatever. They're always 不一样 and there's always complicated, complex stories behind each.
Yeah.
And everybody's relationship. And although, getting a cuddle for your mum might sound weird to some people, it being an upsetting thing for Eula, but there's been a lot of other things that have been not so good happened behind the scenes as well. And yeah, I'm just glad, you got a cuddle and that was nice. And maybe that puts your mind at rest a little bit and everything else. Anyway, so we got on the Shaohuang and we went to the
大黑
the 大黑 Shaohuang
大黑
大黑对是
大黑
大黑 and 我们去到飞机场 and we went to 桃园对不对？
对，桃园机场。我们台湾有1、2、3、4个机场，桃园是第二个。
高雄、桃园，
高雄、台中
有，对，
高雄
晓得，
台北呀都有
，Yeah，
4个。
And we got to the airport and already, let me just tell you about the Yali. So we got out of the taxi.
Yeah.
And then we had, so you got to imagine we're allowed, the kids, you know, 我们的孩子他们可以, I think they can have
30公斤。
一个行李对不对？
Yeah, 30公斤。
Yeah, 30公斤对的，但是 like 只有我们需要用 like 一个行李。So,
yeah.
他们有一个，我们有一个。So it's like 4. We had 4,
对，
right?
我们有
Max,
4个大行李。
对 and Max had a small one.
对，10公斤的 ，yeah.
Which is 10 kilograms, right? And we got out of the taxi with the kids and we're like, how are we actually going to move now? Because 我们的逻辑是 okay, all we have to do is get out of the 小黄或大黑，然后去到那个 check-in counter.
对。
So 从这里，你说明从这里到哪里？
从车子到 check-in, how? 怎么
How are we going to drag it, right? Because you got a baby bag on you, fine, and then maybe you can take 1 or 2 bags, but then the other person's left with 3 bags and 2 kids.
Yeah.
So anyway, we got a couple of trolleys which fit like 2 on each. We had to stack them up, and the kids wanted to jump. Anyways, this is hell, by the way. Just and we haven't even got on a plane yet. We're just and we traveled to the check-in desk, and when we got there, 他们说什么？
delay 我们的飞机延迟了，
因为天气是很不好。
那时候好像是新加坡，我们飞的是新加坡 airline， 然后那时候好像他们新加坡有台风吧？
Yeah， 他们说他们的天气是很不好，也是台风，所以 delayed 飞机 ，so 起飞 ，so we had to wait for a little while. Then we had to organize some other things. So they said, by the way, did you know that when you get to England, you need to have, because obviously we got the COVID test.
对
Did we tell them that?
有啊
Did we tell them about that?
有啊
Oh, yeah, we got the COVID test, the 72-hour COVID test before, which was a pain in the nose.
Yep.
It really was. And the only one who didn't care was Mason.
Yeah.
About it.
他好 strong.
Yeah. I just don't think he was expecting it. But anyway, you're supposed to have a day 2 test as well. So we had to book that. This is 130磅。
不过他们有说是因为我们台湾在英国是 green country，
是
不是 green the country on green list，
台湾是绿色的国家，
对，在英国是绿色的国家，就是代表说台湾是算是安全的国家，所以我们只需要一个 test。Technically 只需要一个，但是呢，这个 website 他们不给你买一个，他们要你买2个。
Yeah.
所以我们又花了更多钱。
Yeah, so
我们付了更多錢。
It was £260. We had to get 1 package each for the day 2 test.
對。
And then, which was a nice little punch in the bank account, like straight away. So we had to organize that and then go through that literally at check-in. But they were actually, Singapore Airlines were actually really, really good. They took us to the business class road thingy, and because we had kids, and they just like let us through a lot of the queue system, which is nice.
謝謝他們。
Yeah, 謝謝。And then we waited, and there was some like 很有趣的waiting areas in the Taiwan airport now. Like we didn't see these before. Like all the gates all the way down. Was that Singapore? Was that Singapore? Or was that Taiwan?
哪一個
The like with all the I think it was with the play area. We played in the play area with the kids. And
對，我記得
that was Taiwan, 對不對？
對，桃園的。
Yeah, so it had some like new waiting areas. One of them was like 小鳥的 with 他們有很多蛋。
對，他們有很多的主題，就是有你剛剛說的。
火車 and there was like Hakka or Aboriginal.
對
，yeah.
文化主題就是很多文化的主題。但是我记得啦，就是去年在2020年我们回来英国的时候，因为那时候 COVID is the most serious time， 所以所有的东西都没有，通通都没有。但是这一次他们好像也open 还蛮多东西给我们看，然后给我们休息的地方。
Yeah.
Especially that playground, that play area is like a 很棒的地方
It
for our
really
kids 他们可以在那边玩啊。
对啊，天使来，然后说欢迎，yeah, come in. So we did, and we played there for a little while, which is nice. And obviously just absolutely fuming with stress just because carrying kids everywhere, then running around like lunatics, because they're bored, you know, 他们很 So, you know, we did that anyway, got on the plane, a little bit delayed, went on, sat down. I think on the first flight, it was okay, wasn't it? Because it was 4个小时嘛. It was like 4个小时班 or something.
对，而且我们的 plan， 我们的计划就是 OK， 因为有14个小时 right， 这是很久的时间，你要跟3个 uncontrolled 小孩在飞机上是很可怕。So 我们的计划是这样，
对，
前面就让他们睡，让他们睡饱，然后maybe 睡8个小时以后，我们就再来 survive the rest。Yeah. 所以我们选在晚上的时间飞，这是一个很好的 tip。 I think we figure out， 这是很棒，就是你先让他们睡掉所有的时间不是所有，但是睡掉很多时间之后，再来让他们玩啊，就是看电影啊，或是画画啊，这些活动。
I mean I don't you can 你的计划 you can plan， 如果你要他们画画 like 玩游戏看电影 whatever， 你想的是 like 很好的计划，但是 the kids 你的孩子 they won't do the thing that you think they're gonna do。
对啊是真的啦。
But anyway, so we got on the 4-hour one and that was okay.
Yeah, 还好。
But the next one was an 11-hour。
对，那个飞机是真的是很小。 We expected like 4个，对不对？
Yeah,
4个座位
like a 3-4-3。
Yeah， 我们就想说4个座位 OK 啊，就是大家4个坐在一起，然后 maybe 我们2个的脚可以当他们的床，但是没有3个，
就是333。
对，333的位置，所以我要坐在前面，跟其他人一起坐在前面。我就是
对啊，但是我们的位置是3，
对，
然后我有 Mason 跟 Kyrie next to me right， 然后 you're in front 前面，然后
对，
所以你跟Max is in a bassinet，
对，其实他的婴儿的床，
对， so we're at the front of the row，
对
the first 2 rows sort of thing。And Max had to get in his bassinet and he woke up obviously a bunch of times.
对啊，不舒服啊。
And then you had a person next to you and another person next to you and I had people behind me. And there was no space. So the kids, I had to get Mason and Kyrie sleeping on me, obviously, heads on laps. Now you think, 你想这是个很好的 situation, 但是没有空间. Like it's not big enough. It really isn't. There's no space. Even for them. And they're little.
对。
Right?
他们很不舒服，然后你更不舒服。
Really bad.
Yeah.
It would actually be easy if I wasn't in that row, actually. If they could sleep, if I wasn't there and they could just sleep, it'd be a little bit better. A little bit better, but they'd still be rubbing each other. Like, do you know what I mean? 4.
Yeah.
需要4位置。
4个位置，对，对啊。But对啊，第二个旅程真的是不是很舒服的旅程，就是非常痛苦。然后我要背着 Max， 然后呢就是让他睡觉啊，然后 to comfort him， 然后吃东西 blah blah blah。 反正第2个旅程真的是比较累，真的很累。
Now obviously now 当然你需要戴你的口罩 the entire time.
Yeah.
And 我看到 like 很多人 especially this 人he didn't want to wear 戴他的口罩 and the stewardess had to 告诉他你需要戴你的口罩。
对啊。
I tell you what's 很好 I liked about Singapore Airlines is 我可以用中文 还是英文 他们会听得懂，他们会懂。有一个 flight attendant 是不是就跟你说中文？对啊 Yeah
对啊
And you can switch and speak Chinglish with Singaporean people. It's great. It's great.
很棒的经验。
Why don't we live there?
新加坡吗？
Isn't that like because they speak Chinglish or Singlish?
但是他们有更多其他的不一样的语言哦。
I know.
你要学新加坡语，然后还有台语，还有
我们会说 like 我们会说中文跟英文，所以他们都会听得懂我们 like if so 所以你可以试试看。Oh, hi, could I get a beer, please? And they'd be like, 我听不懂。And you'd be like, oh, okay, 一个啤酒，一个啤酒。
Maybe 他们会懂。
他们会懂。Oh, okay, 没关系。So you could try multiple. At least you could.
真的，这很好，很 flexible， 感觉很好，对不对？
Yeah.
对啊。
Kind of like Mandarin Monkey, actually.
真的。
And the communes.
Chinglish.
Yeah, Chinglish. Okay, go on. I can't remember.
然后还有什么吗 Is there anything else just other than just being uncomfortable?
Yeah, you obviously wanted to kick a bunch of people in the face because I was so frustrated being on the plane. I watched 1917 again, which is great. Love that movie.
Yeah, 好棒哦！可是我真的没有什么时间看了，我就是一直在那边摇 Mac。但是看到至少我在看1917 1917这个电影的时候，是让我还蛮觉得好棒好棒。
Yeah.
对。
Anyway, we landed.
Yeah.
In England, hated it. I just wanted to get. The flight. I just wanted to get off.
对，就是都是 journey。就是你想想看，你要自己you have to imagine the 4 big bags. 2 small carry-on 对不对？有小的行李跟4个大的行李，还有 baby 在我身上，我的后面还有一个 backpack， 所以我们2个人都是满的，很满的 with kids， 然后还有我们的行李，就是很累的一个很累的行程。
Yeah， 对。And then when we got off，
然后我们要去找
we 去找我们的行李，
对，找行李。
And the Singapore Airlines managed to smash the wheels off, completely wreck one of our luggages. Woo! Yes! So we got there and they literally smashed the 3 of the 4 wheels or something off one of our luggages.
我们买了2个新的。
Yeah.
那2个新的有好多的 scratches
and like
还有那叫什么凹痕，
对 like cracks and yeah 你知道我的意思 I don't know 我忘记了英文是什么我不知道
dent 对
maybe
dent
we can say ding here as well though
ding
I got dinged yeah but a dent maybe a dent like
凹痕
like compressed it inwards
就是你知道他们摔了丢了这个东西
yeah you know they just threw it now 在我们的行李里面我们有很多的设备就是我们 like 我们的相机我们的广播的东西电脑 all this kind of stuff we had
全部都是
you know yeah now luckily it wasn't damaged because we bubble wrapped the stuff out of it
真的真的所以我们4个行李大概只有1个行李是我们的东西其他3个大行李全部都是我们要工作的东西对啊所以现在你们看到的都是我们带来的不是在这边买的
对 well yeah apart from these yeah
对这是买的啦对啦这是一个很棒的 update 好棒哦
We had to.
感觉好舒服
We had to. I'll tell you why. Because what you will not find from the Mandarin Monkey podcast now is us cutting out randomly.
Or whining the cable.
And complaining about the cables.
Yeah, actually, we bought new ones.
Yeah, we did. But we actually found out it wasn't actually the cables. It was the microphones. So these microphones are a lot better and more expensive. And
当然啦很贵
the thing is, you pay for what you get, don't you?
真的真的
And they hold the cables in place, sort of thing.
对
And obviously the vines have taken over in the jungle. So, you know, that's where we are.
Yeah. 所以还好 Luckily 我们的东西都没有坏掉，我们的麦克风，我们的机器还有我们的相机都很安全。
对对对。
不过他们当然 of course Tom 就是 went to complain 就是抱怨，然后说你们把我们的东西
当然你说当然 Tom 去抱怨
Yeah, because I was thinking, alright, 这是一个因为那个行李其实坏掉，那个行李已经很久了，然后已经也反正就是很久了啦，很老了，所以我想说就是 OK， 就它就是 being smashed.
Yeah.
但是 Tom 就说 I have to go and complain.
Of course.
所以我们就去 complain， 然后后来他们就送我们2个新的行李，对不对？So that covered that.
Yeah, I mean they replaced it in a few days actually, which is okay.
对对
It came pretty quick.
对，当然啦，我们是客人
对啊，但是这是很烦的情况吧，没关系。
对对。
Anyway, so we got out of the airport, jumped in a taxi. What, mate? Hi, how much to we were going to Newbury at the time because we were going to go 我的爸爸的家 just to sit there for, I can't remember how long.
40分钟
Was it really? No, but I mean, why did we go to my dad's place? Oh, it's because
因为我们没有家
Oh, no.
我们没有地方去
the Fangguan was in Newbury, wasn't it? Because we went to that. Oh, yeah. See, look, the memories. So, yeah, our itinerary, our plan, essentially, 我们的计划 was we obviously have we have a house that we rent now, which is where we are now.
对，但是是9月
it was September the 4th was the moving date.
对
And obviously we arrived on the 21st of August. So we had to find someone. 我们需要找到 like a fangguan and some other living
对
accommodation.
2个礼拜哦，就是我们有2个礼拜的时间需要在其他地方住。
对 and 我的爸爸家 is not big enough to have 5个人 and neither is 我的姐姐的家. Probably could, but
太挤了，这太多人了。
But yes, we got smashed with some news as soon as we. So anyway, so we.
你有太多东西了。
So the我们在 Newbury 对不对？然后我们找到我们的Fangguan, which is probably one of the worst places that we've stayed. Where is it? It's in Newbury. What's it called? What's it called?
Bacon
The Bacon Arms.
Bacon Arms.
Was it the Bacon Arms? Yeah, Bacon Arms. Terrible hotel.
而且这是 hotel 的销售的 way， 就是他们把他们的房间拍得很好看，他们把他们房间拍得很漂亮。And Tom 就是打电话给这个 website， 就是我们 we book through the website，
Yeah, like booking.com.
所以呢，他就打电话在这个网站上面，他们有他们的电话，他就打电话说我们有5个人，3个 baby， 然后我们有2个大人，然后说 OK 很好，没关系，我们会给你 king bed 我们的一个最大的床，然后我们还会给你一个 baby 的床 cot，
对啊，
我们会给你这些东西，然后我们就想说 OK 这样子应该是够睡。结果，
对啊 ，and 然后 as Yula was saying， 我打电话给他们，然后我不知道人说，我不知道他的工作是什么，但是他的声音是 Oh hello, yeah, no, absolutely, we can sort you right out. And as Yula was saying, we can get you a baby bed, no problem at all. We'll put some beds together, double bed and a single bed, and then a baby bed. No worries, we'll get that all sorted for you, okay? Now, I don't know what happened between that phone call and speaking to the person I thought was in the hotel to actually getting to the hotel and the owner being like, hello, mate. That. And, mate. That. Now, 我不知道如果你是美国人 or maybe you won't understand the difference in like
你说讲话的时候吗？
Like,
就是你知道他们是什么样的人，你只要听他们说话。
对啊， it was like speaking to a prince of customer service. And then when I went there expecting to find the prince of the hotel, I found like a witch, like stirring a cauldron, going, yeah, right, mate. And I'm like, oh God, what have I done? And I was like, we booked a room at Kane, and they were like, oh yeah. And I said, it's got was it
king bed,
yeah,
最大的
king size
床
bed and a single bed and a baby bed.
Yeah.
No, we don't do that, mate. Huh? We don't do that, mate. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So, and I said, should we move? Like, should we leave? And she's like, no, look, just 2 days.
Yeah.
Let's just stay this thing. We went there and they had, I remember, so we went up there. It smelled like, 抽烟，对啊，然后 like 一点点湿 like damp，
对，很不舒服。
我们的was it the 洗澡 and 我们的hair dryer 有一个气氛吗？temperature was lava. The only temperature of the hair dryer was lava because both the switches were broken. Both switches were broken on, so you could just turn it on. And it would fire lava air at you and it would burn your face. And that's the only thing. And then the water was the same thing. And we're like, oh my God. And it was obviously just a pub. So 很多人他们喜欢排队. And when did we land? 是星期天吗？星期六 Right, Saturday night, right? So cheese on toast.
可是我们真的是太累，那时候Tom问我说要不要换个房间，我就说我真的不想要再动了，我不想，而且我们没有网络，没有 internet， 然后我们也没有电脑，就是没有东西可以很方便让我们找到一个地方。
对啊，没有手机，没有。
完全没有，所以我就说 OK 我真的很累，因为14个小时的飞机，然后3个 babies 没有很容易，没有很简单，所以我们就睡吧。而且真的来到英国之后，你需要 arrange 好多东西，所以那星期六星期天其实我们都不在饭馆里面，我们都不在饭店里面，我们都在外面找学校，找房子，买东西，真是太忙了。然后我就跟Tom说没关系啦，反正只有2天，我们只是来这边睡觉，我们就好了，我们就来睡觉就好了。对啊，我们就早上出去，然后晚上回来睡觉。2天很快就过去了。
对。I think we I think on was it the Sunday maybe we went out to get the phones.
对啊，对，星期天
our contracts and our internet.
对，然后那一天也是我们在做那个 Day 2 COVID test 的时候，因为他们需要知道我们有没有得到 COVID， 然后我们就在星期天早上我们就做那个 COVID 的检测，然后我们就在做那些我觉得在英国我不知道为什么为什么你可以自己做，然后因为有些人他们不想要to confirm 他们有 COVID， 他们可以就是这样子就好啦，他们可以随便做they can just do it not properly， 然后就给政府。
Well, I mean, but so yes, 但是
对不对
the sample 他会去我不知道是 labs， 然后他们会说 if you did it, I'm probably say we couldn't read it.
真的
do it again.
Right. Okay.
So you have to do it. 但是 you don't need to go 很深。it's not you don't need to go that 深。
对。
When we did it at my dad's house, that day 2 test,
还好。
You don't have to go that deep. I went a little bit too deep probably. Because I made myself cry a little bit. But nowhere near as deep as Taiwan.
对，他们已经是快要到你的 throat， 你的喉咙的地方。
对。
好痛哦。
It doesn't need to do it that deep. I don't know what they're doing.
他们需要 like very very sure, they have to make very very sure you don't have any. But anyway, 我们在 day 2的时候做了这个 COVID 测验，然后我们就把这个盒子，它是一个盒子，他们会给你一些 instruction，然后你就是 follow the instruction， 然后完成这个事情之后呢，你就把这个盒子放在你的 local post box，
Yep.
把它放在那个邮筒里面之后就好了，然后他们就会把它寄到这个 lab 这个实验室那边，然后他们就会告诉你有没有得到 COVID。 对，
所以我们没有，但是
很棒。
所以 we organized 我们买了我们的手机，我们的we sorted out 我们的网络，我们的合同约我们还有对话 about this。
I know
合约合同是 means contract by the way。
我习惯我自己，我比较习惯 I prefer 合约，
但是你可以说合同
可以啊，
是一样的。
可是你的合同 is also the same pronunciation of the river god。
Right, okay.
你知道那个日本的卡通吗？
哪一个？
有一个 girl 她忘记自己的名字，她跟她的爸爸妈妈开车要到新的家，然后他们到了一个地方之后有一个 tunnel，他们就走进去那个 tunnel 之后呢，他们就到了一个 magic world。
Oh yeah, 我知道。Howl's Moving Castle? No,
不是
the other one. Not Totoro.
我忘记了。但是你知道
是 Ghibli 对不对？就是
你知道这个卡通 anyway， 就是这个爸爸妈妈呢，他们就是到了这个地方，闻到很多很多很香的食物，然后他们就一直吃，就变成了猪。然后呢，他们变成猪之后呢，他们的女儿就是要去
Spirited Away，
对，他们这个女儿就要去工作，帮这个巫婆的 witch 工作。
对。Anyway， 很丑的妖怪来，他的名字是合同。
对，那个如果你们 if you have seen that movie before, that cartoon before， 有一个就是这个女孩她是在一个spa， 里面工作，就是有很多的客人会来 have spa 泡澡，OK to have bath。然后其中 one of the 客人是河童，is the river god， 是河童，他的名字就叫河童，所以每一次你说河童 for contract， 我会觉得是 river god 的河童。
但是我上如果你跟 I don't know 不知道手机销售人说like you're talking 你的上下文是手机，你知道你的意思对不对？就是 within 上下文。
我会比较喜欢说合约。
OK。
而且在台湾，我现在在台湾，我就是签过的合约书 ，all the contract， 他们都说合约。所以
但是如果你说合同，他们会听得懂吗
？Well, it depends. Maybe 它是一个非常 high level business word， 应该是。
问 Cynthia。Yeah. 很有意思。
对啊。
Okay, so we
手机合约。
Yeah, we did all that. And we made sure that I had to organize that to make sure that we were online.
Yeah.
So we could, be independent and not get lost and call people because I had to make a lot of. I've called so many people this month that the bill is £160.
好多
Which is nuts, by the way.
真的
I've had to organize and call so many people to organize things. It cost me £160 just for 1 month, which is crazy. And our usual bill is £31, I think.
Yeah.
And 100 is nuts. Anyway, we got it sorted on day 2. 然后我们住在this 很还好的地方公园叫 California Country Park.
没错，是一个小类叫做度假屋。
对 and that was slightly close, about 2 miles away from our house now. And that it's a big country park, but inside it has lots of chalets. 对不对？ So these
度假屋
these like 小的家，小的房子。
对。
And we had to live there for a little while. Had some wunties in there. It was 很可爱，但是我们需要住 there about 2 weeks, right?
对，是还蛮小的，因为它就是一个 mobile home， 就是很小的地方。然后我们有5个人，有3个孩子，他们的床其实没有很大，
很小，
也没有办法到很大 ，it can't be so big， 对不对？因为它就是一个度假屋，所以就是我觉得第一个 OK， 我觉得第一个是还好，但是呢，我们要睡在客厅 ，we have to move our mattress 去客厅
to the living room，
对，然后再把沙发上面的枕头拿下来给 Maxi 睡，所以我们这样子才有办法3个人睡在一起，因为 Maxi 他还是很小，所以他们就是他需要感觉安全，所以需要跟我们睡在一起。那 Kyrie 跟 Mason 他们就睡在一个房间，是有2张床的房间，对不对？但是真的是如果要住2个礼拜，然后睡在客厅2个礼拜，真的是很不舒服。
是，对啊。So it wasn't a particularly comfortable thing. 然后我们的 boiler 坏掉了，所以我们需要修理 and then well we didn't 修理 but we tried to get it fixed a bunch of times and then we had to move. 我们需要 like 搬家。In the same park but to a different chalet because the boiler was fine. And Kyrie had to start school. We found Kyrie a school. Luckily, the second phone call I made,
真的
there was spaces at that school. So we're like,
好幸运哦。
And it was very close to our now house.
我们可以每天走路去
we could walk there.
去学校，对不对？
Yeah.
我觉得这很棒。
Yeah.
还有一个，我觉得有一个 scary thing 啊，we didn't mention yet is 我们完成那个 COVID test on day 2，
right？
然后好像是 next day or 2 days after that day， Tom 就收到了一个 email， 就说 we had to quarantine。What？ 10天，我们要 quarantine 隔离10天，为什么呢？因为我们 maybe 有 contact with someone has COVID.
Yeah, so someone on the plane
对
has now been tested positive for COVID.
对
So obviously what happened was on someone else's day 2 test, they came back positive for COVID.
Yeah.
And then that means anyone who's on that plane now has to quarantine.
Yeah.
And then anyone that we were in contact with. So we had to stay indoors for 10 days, which means we had to stay indoors in a
chalet,
in a small 2-bed chalet. in a country park for 10 days.
With 3 monkeys, 你觉得好玩吗？完全没有办法可以出去。它这个，我觉得这个 park， 这个California Country Park 很漂亮，很舒服的地方是有好多的树林，你可以去，你可以 go explore，然后你可以去那个河边，他们有一个很大的lake， 一个湖呀，应该算是湖啦。你可以去喂鸭子、看鸟，然后做一些好玩的。然后他们有一个很大的公园，是一些 swing， 然后 slide 这些全部都是小朋友可以玩的地方，我们通通都不可以去。
Yeah.
然后 Carrie 跟 Mason 就说 Daddy 妈咪我们要出去玩，为什么不能出去？ 然后你就要跟他们解释because of this。 但是我觉得他们好可怜。
Yeah, 对，所以 at like not busy times we are allowed to go out for walks, obviously, to get exercise.
没有人的时候。
But yeah, we had to avoid people, obviously, and not go into any of the busy areas, to stick to the woods and the woodland paths and stuff around the lake and whatever. And we did, but every time we had to sort of pass by the park.
Yeah.
And the kids were like, but why can't we go into the... And you try and 解释 to like a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old why they can't go to the park. It's tough.
不行，
because of an invisible thing. Like, that you can't really explain a virus. You know what I mean? You get sick. You get sick.
对啊，因为
you know what I mean? So
对他们来说就是玩啊，他们的世界就是玩，我想要玩，我想要玩。
Yeah.
但是我觉得 Carrie 他比较好的地方是他知道 there's a virus thing going on， 因为在台湾他们的学校就是大家都要戴口罩，然后老师就会跟他们讲说你们要洗手哦，不可以生病哦，会有这个 virus 这个东西，我们不能出去。因为在台湾我们也不能去公园玩 ，so she knows。但是 Mason 就是我要去公园玩。No 不行，我要去公园玩。No 不行 ，Mason。No 我要去公园玩，因为他就不懂 ，Mason 还不懂，然后我就觉得poor them， 没有办法出去玩。
Yeah，
对啊。
But at least we're right now。
但是我觉得那个就是一个很可怕的一个10天的 quarantine， 就是我们想说完蛋了，我们在那个飞机上面有人有 COVID，
对，
那我们会不会有 COVID？ 怎么办
？Well, and we didn't.
对啊，没有。
We didn't. So, we never got it. We got tested. We never got it a couple of times and blah, blah, blah. And luckily, the 10 days quarantine actually lined up pretty perfectly with the move-in date for this place, which was...
怎么了？
你记得吗？我们开车，然后那个person 打电话给我。
Oh yeah.
And said, and we were somewhere, we were driving quite happily, like, do you know what I mean? Like, da ba da da da, yeah ba da da, da ba da da da. Hello. Hi, yeah. This is a blah 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 from blah 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 agency. Just to let you know that we need to see a document, specific document for your wife as you guys are moving in before we can let you move in. And to which I went, oh, there must be a mistake. Obviously, we've shown all the documents already.
Yeah.
We passed all the checks. We paid the money. It's all done. We're all ready to move in. Your colleague confirmed with us that we've signed the contract, the tenancy agreement.
对啊，
Everything's fine.
所有东西都做好了，都好了。Yeah.
And we'll move in on the 4th. Thanks so much. And he was like, yeah, no, I'm not going to let you move in unless I see that specific document. Now, the specific document when Tien he was referring to was a completely Mandarin document proving our address in Taiwan.
也就是台湾的水电费账单。
是 and that document was in fact in Taiwan.
Yeah.
It's still in Taiwan right now.
谁会 approve 你自己的 bills?
Why would you need that? Okay, so now, just to let you know that your previous address in a foreign country is not relevant to your tenancy agreement in another country. I just want to let you know that.
真的
It's not relevant.
而且他也看不懂啊，中文欸。
And they don't understand Zhongwen anyway. So it's like, yes, exactly. So it's double pointless. It's double pointless. Now, especially because we paid all of the money up front.
Yeah.
It's not like you need proof of address or anything, those kind of things. The landlord already has her money and it's all done. So then he's like, no, sorry. You know, he's just really adamant. No, so I'm not going to let you move in unless you see it. And I'm like, I can't fly back to Taiwan and and get this document, this 文件 for you. So that ruined that day. And I remember like being on the phone, like, oh God, if you pick this phone up, I'm going to smell. Oh God. Do you remember?
我记得好可怕，这是的 Tom 好生气，我没有看过你这么生气的时候。
I was God, I'm not a very angry person, really. I'm quite a silly, like happy person usually.
Yeah.
And I was seething because we've moved country.
Yeah.
And I made sure I went over all these documents and I sent them away, and it costs us
很多钱。
It cost us in Meiguo, it cost us hundreds of dollars, if not thousands of dollars, to send all these things and packages and tickets and everything. And suddenly, this one guy who just came back from holiday and is catching up with everything said, "Oh no, I'm sorry, you're not going to move in at all. You're going to have to because I want to see this document."
Yeah, because before him 是在他之前是另外一个女生 another lady 就是把所有的东西所有的合约书所有的文件都是由这个女生这位 lady 帮我们完成的。这个男生他回来，他从 holiday 回来，所以他不知道发生什么事情。He didn't know what happened. 他们不知道我们给了什么东西，他不知道我们已经有这个 agreement， 都不知道，他就打了这个电话 and ruin our day.
I'm remembering it now. I'm feeling the 生气 like 在我的心里 and I remember because I said right, I'm going there. We're going there. I'm going to go to the shop and see this guy face to face because I can't deal with this. So we drove all the way up, and I was in the car like trying to deep breathe because I was like, I'm sweaty, I'm angry, I'm hot, bothered, still jet lagged, obviously, because we've traveled for so far, like a few days ago, whatever it was, and we're sitting outside. And I'm like, okay, look, I've got, and Eula's doing her best, bless her, to calm me down. And I was like, I have to go in there calmer because if I go in there shouting and punch him in his face,
没有用啊, it's not helping.
It's not going to help anyone.
Yeah.
So try to calm down, walked over there, bought myself a shui, 一瓶水, 然后 some chewing gum.
好棒啊.
Yeah.
Yeah. 你很棒.
And then
did it.
And then got in there, and he wasn't there, lucky for him, because but I gave some stick to his colleague and his boss. The boss of the agency basically was there. And
他们好害怕哦. 他们看到你讲话的时候
absolutely fuming. Like they could see I stress, look, I've moved my entire family from here to Taiwan. There's 5 of us. My kids, I've got my eldest daughter set up in the school, which is right near the house. And your guy is telling me that we suddenly can't move, even though we've signed the tenancy agreement, paid all the money, and the deposit, everything's sorted, right? Bills, all this kind of stuff is organized. You're telling me you want to see a Chinese document, which you wouldn't even understand.
对啊, 就是完全没有关系的啊.
About an address you don't have any idea about and has no relevance to the contract. And you're saying, I can't move in because of that document. No.
其实啦, 就是在这个之前, 因为我们是用一个 app to finish all the process. 然后在这个 app 上面, 他们已经有问过我, 就是你有没有一个台湾的 address to confirm 你是真的在台湾有这个房子, 然后你真的是这个人. 那我已经有这个照片, I have the picture of the bill 在我的手机里面, 然后我们也把这个照片 upload 在这个 app 里面, 所以我们所有东西都已经给过他了. We have given everything
done
to them.
Exactly.
但是他就是要这个 specific 的 physical paper, 他一定要这个纸在他的桌子上.
他要看.
他要看这张纸 Not the picture，他要这张纸。This is why 为什么我们这么的生气 ？Not because we don't want to follow the rule 。
摸我们的
呀，但是为什么呢？因为我们已经有照片啦 ，and we have uploaded it before。所以为什么你要这么的 stubborn？ 为什么要这么的坚持 insist to seeing it？
Oh, I think what happened was I went a bit. I was obviously angry. The boss obviously heard me, and he most likely said to the guy, just pass him, because he phoned us back. So then after that meeting, I said when that guy comes, he was on lunch. That guy was on lunch. Lucky for him. And his colleague said when he gets back from lunch in a couple of hours, that's a long ass lunch, by the way. I bet he was out the back like I don't want to speak to that. Don't let me speak to that guy. He's out the back eating a sandwich, going, I don't want to meet. I can hear him. I don't want to meet. I'm not here. The other day, and he said he'd be back in a couple of hours, right? He'll give you a call straight away. Right. And I said, right, okay. So what we're going to do then, if they're going to be arseholes about it, what we're going to do is we're going to go find our storage thing. We've got a bunch of documents in there.
对，我们就是试试看有没有一个办法 to solve the problem。所以我们去找了这个 document file。我们会找到很多纸 like document 文件 that has 我们的address on it and 对，台湾的地址。
Yeah.As many as we can possibly get and just go have that. Is that enough for you now? Have you seen enough paper now?
Yeah.
So we drove like an hour to this storage place. And on the way there, when we were about 5 minutes away from the storage place, 55 minutes later, 他打电话给我们，然后说, do you know what? I'm just going to let you guys pass. Don't worry about it. If you haven't got it, that's all right. Now, can you imagine? Obviously.
Oh my God.
We thought for an hour, or actually no, for like 3 hours of the total process, that we're not going to be able to move into our house. And we've just lost a bunch of money, our house. We're going to have to move back to Taiwan. Everything's collapsing. I'm going to have to pull Kyrie out of school. All this 东西.
我们就是一直在 reflect 我们的所有的决定，所有的计划，我们就在想，怎么办？我们没有办法在这边生活，怎么办？我们没有家了，就是真的是好像在 hell 里面，好像在地狱里面，我们就是在地狱里面 ，right？ 在那1个小时开车的时间，我们就是在地狱里面。然后接到他的电话就说 ，OK， 没事了，你们可以搬家了，你们可以放心搬家了。
对啊。You know, and this is a lesson, right? This is a lesson for everybody because 如果你跟 like 打电话给 someone, 你不知道他们的故事是什么 and 他们的压力是什么 Although you should have enough emotional intelligence before you make that call or before you have that conversation to think, what kind of situation are they in? What are they going to be feeling right now? Seeing as though, you know, these guys have landed a week ago, whatever it was. You know, they've organized all this kind of stuff and he didn't have the emotional. He could have just called up and said, "Hi, listen, you know, the document is a thing. It's not like a make or break the deal. You know, if you don't have it, we'll figure something out." But he didn't. He was like, "No, I'm not going to let you move in if I don't see this document."
真的，他的用字 the word he used
对，
就是 I am not
you
going to let you move in. 就是 no, you can't 不行，就是我们有3个孩子在后面。
And not only that, we've already cleared all of this stuff with your colleague. Anyway.
Wow.
We got in. We got in on the 4th, 对不对？
对，没错，我们9月4号搬进了这个新的家。
对。So 这是我们的，
这是不是这里啦，但是这是我们有一个家 ，Yeah.
This is one of the rooms in the 家。Yeah. So
我们需要 recover.
Yeah, from that.最好，对。It's like a very emotional moment for us. But yeah, we found Kyrie a school, which was great. 我们找到了个很好的学校 which is right near 我们的家。And she's happy there, which is good. Already made a couple of friends, which is nice. And we've met a couple of parents. 很多东西在我们的国家是不一样. You know, spending like 6 years or something, you know, 5-6 years in Taiwan this time for this trip. Coming back over those 6 years, things are different.
是不是？就是在英国，你觉得 好像是一个不同国家的感觉。
对 ，and obviously because of 那个病毒的情况，很多东西在英国是不一样，所以 the 办法 like all the 系统 is 不一样。And ways to do things, you know what I mean? Like you want to get there, the prescriptions are now like online. Do you want to see your doctor? No, you have to phone them. It's a phone doctor now. It's not go see the doctor anymore. And you know, and prices are just higher than they were, like way higher than they were for stuff. I just remember, you know,
还好我记得 price 这个我觉得 price 还好，因为 I remember when we came back last year 去年的时候。我有看到那些 price 都还就是这样，
真的
，Yeah， 所以
Not to me，
可能因为我们在台湾已经就是买很多这种，因为台湾比较便宜嘛，所以我们已经很习惯，就是不需要花很多钱，然后就可以买到很多东西。然后到现在我们来到英国，我们要买5个人的 food， 我们5个人的食物，然后我们的price 是 double up， 就是有2倍，就是 maybe 以前是3000块钱 Taiwanese dollars 可以买1个礼拜的食物，但是在英国我们需要花 double 去买我们全家人可以吃的。对啊，就是
我记得如果我要买 like a 牛奶或面包 whatever， 就是到单是 like 一磅 like £1.20 or something for some eggs and now it's like £4.70. What?
Oh, 真的吗
？Yeah, like what am I paying?
Even compared to like you came to Taiwan before you came to Taiwan.
Yeah, like 6 years ago.
Wow.
The prices, I'm sure it's a lot more. I know 我知道我们的 bills 是不一样，因为现在我们是5个人。
对啊。
But still, like just other things, it's like See, weirdly, the bills have remained about the same. I think. Like I'm looking at the electricity and the water bills and stuff, and I feel like they're about the same, but like 食物 is like it feels like it's more.
在台湾也是啊，在台湾我那时候 maybe my senior high age 的时候，那时候 let's say 一杯珍珠奶茶好了，one 珍珠奶茶是我记得好像是$30，但是现在在
是80或50，80，
所以在台湾也是慢慢的所有东西都越来越贵啊。
It does because of inflation, isn't it? And this is the way someone like if you put your money in savings, you're wasting money because of inflation because your mon's worth less.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because if you put your money, you put your £10,000 in the bank.
Yeah.
In 10 years, it's not going to be 10,000 worth. Do you know what I mean anymore? So that's why investing 投资是很聪明。
对啊，很重要。
It is 很重要。
差不多了1个小时。
It is, but we have so many 故事。
有，我们有好多故事要跟你们说。
We have 1个月 worth of 1个月 worth of 故事 that have been going on, including getting our email, and
真的
obviously the nurseries and all this kind of stuff, and organizing this.
我们有很多东西要讨论。我觉得 most important part is 我们在观察 we are observing our kids, especially Kyrie， 就是他在台湾跟他在英国不一样的地方。其实我们已经发现到很多了。然后就是而且我们有说过嘛，就是在10月的时候，我们也想要就是在家里面多说中文，然后在学校让他们多听英文，多说英文。所以在那个时候10月份，我们的家会整个做一个很大的 change， especially on language。我们很期待 ，I'm so excited。我也很想知道这个 big change 会带给我们全家什么样子的。
You mean 语言的
改变
Really? Yeah. I'm interested. So the 一样 and I think 我们的计划是 we're going to slowly start switching in the household. I think in October we're going to start switching over to 中文 more get the kids kind of used to hearing that at home because they're all at nursery now or school. And they're hearing more 英文 in their environment. So they need to hear 中文 at home more. And we're going to start switching. I'm hoping by sort of November, we might be completely 中文 at home. By that point.
我觉得比较the biggest part is to our kids， 就是因为我跟 Tom 也是都是用中文和英文在 communicate。那我们对孩子就是我们一定要用一个语言，在台湾我们用英文，那在英国我们希望就是可以 switch 变成中文，再加说中文这样子。所以对我们的孩子来说，我们可以慢慢的 to find out 他们的adjustment 是什么，他们是怎么去overcome this.
Yeah, and that's yeah. And the I think they're at a sensitive time. 我们的孩子语言 is at a sensitive time a little bit. I think especially for Mason because he's at the age like 3, he's 3 now, and he's at the age where he's kind of developing sentences. 语言 he's trying to. I think he's trying to get a grip on what he should be saying.
对
I mean, he's had a lot of 中文 since birth. Well, obviously,
当然
90% 中文 since birth, pretty much. And now it's like suddenly all English. So it's like, oh.
怎么不一样
So I can't say 包包 to people anymore and 这个 because he kisses book and 没有.
对，没有
I've actually noticed that there isn't an English equivalent, easy English equivalent of 没有.
No, 好像没有
There's not like an easy one, like don't have or there isn't any.
Yeah.
But it's a longer sentence, isn't it?
Longer
you know what I mean?
sentence.
You say, oh, can I have some tea? Oh, 没有. He'd say, oh, 没有. But I can't, in English, I say, oh, no, I don't have any left.
对
Or something like that.
你要用一个 full sentence.
It's empty. Or something like that.
Yeah,
it
empty.
changes depending on the 上下文. So,
对啊
yeah. So he's at a bit sensitive time. So I'm interested in him. I think Kyrie will be okay. 他的英国的腔是很可愛。Because in Taiwan, 很多美国的腔的英文，所以他们会说 like tomorrow. But now she's like tomorrow. She gets a bit more tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, I'm going to rainbow.
对，这些都是 Tom noticed， 我没有办法 notice， 因为我不知道这是英国的腔。I know 英国的腔，但是我不知道这些这么小的 detail，所以只有 Tom 跟我讲说，他的英国腔，他的 tomorrow 很英国腔。对啊
I said to her, oh, listen to her little thing because she's going to school and hearing obviously native English kids, native British kids saying stuff and window, rainbow, tomorrow, and she'll tomorrow, and I'm like,
好可愛。
Yeah, it is 很可愛 for me.
你很喜歡，對不對？
Yeah, because her you know, because her 英文 has been more sort of 美國的 leaning towards 美國 because of the school. If they taught her English for 30 minutes, 30分鐘，他們會教他們美國的英文。Or they had the teacher John, the weirdo, was
the weirdo.
I can say that now. He was 加拿大人，对不对？
加拿大人，對。他是一个也不是说奇怪啦，他就是一个很
No, he was 奇怪。
哦，真的哦。Okay, 真的吗？
I don't want to say 奇怪。No, he was. When I met him, I'll give you before we go, right? Before I'll give you an example of what he was like.
All right.
So he was like, do you know when teachers 跟孩子他们说话，老师会说 like 很慢，他们会说 like Hi. Oh, are you going into school? Are you? Oh, do you have a jacket on? Oh, that's so nice. Is that a leaf? It's kind of slow and like this, like a kid. And he was like to Kyrie, hi, Kyrie. Are you okay? Yeah, great. And then when I said, oh, are you teacher John? Then I was expecting him to go, yeah, I'm teacher John. Yeah, I teach. But he didn't. He went, hi, I'm teacher John. And he spoke.
一样的
He spoke to me the same way he speaks to the kids. I like reading books, lots of books. I like science books. And I'm like, you don't need to speak to me that way.
Yeah, 我记得
like that, remember? And I kept looking at you like, I don't know. Why is he talking to me like that? Because Kyrie's like over there now playing or whatever. He's just talking. It's just me now.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm going to cycle on my bicycle home, which is that way. Like, okay, John. older guy 很有意思 he like a very interesting guy I think
可是我觉得他是很聪明啊，因为他说他很喜欢看，他很喜欢听书。然后他有一个我忘记他告诉你什么 theory， 然后很奇怪，你记得吗？他有一个 favorite theory about something about
忘记了
the world or something I can't remember 我忘记了
但是我想因为他 like 很久 like he's had lots of experience in 老师他 like 很久 like he's like a career 老师所以 he's been speaking to kids like this have you been living in Taiwan long? Yes for 60 years 你知道吗？
好慢，然后
yeah,
我
really
记得
slow.
Yeah,
because I guess he spends most of his life speaking that way to kids. And to
有可能啊，他有可能在台湾也需要讲话比较慢啊。
No, 他需要用中文。他需要 join Mandarin Monkey 然后学中文。
Yeah. All right. OK， 我们很开心回来跟大家分享我们的故事。那下一集呢，我们会有更多我们在英国的 journey 的故事跟大家分享。
Oh yeah. Now listen, Mandarin Monkey obviously is not just a podcast. It's not just a podcast. It's also an edutainment.
Yes.And
education. It's a learning platform for Mandarin, which means we do have many teachers in the background, native speaking teachers that can teach you live one-on-one online. We do 4 lessons, we do 8 lessons. Hell, we do intensive courses, 密集课。
没错，还有密集课，然后还有我们的 hangouts。在10月份 in October 我们会跟大家 add more hangout times to you guys for European students and 还有在亚洲在不同国家的朋友们，你们都可以选择很多不同的时间。
Hell yeah. So go and have a look at that mandarinmonkey.com. You can book your lessons directly on the website.
是的。
You can have a look at the intensive course if you like directly on the website. It's got already some amazing reviews, so do go and have a look. If you are sort of lower, like an upper beginner, lower intermediate level, go and have a look at the Meiji car. It's really, really worth it. And obviously there's a deal on at the moment, so go and have a look. If not, if you just want to kick back and listen to the Mandarin Monkey podcast, we are back on schedule. And although we are changing our uploading times to Thursdays now, Mondays and Thursdays.
Maybe.
Okay, but we're back on schedule. Expect the next one out soon.
谢谢你们收听，谢谢你们收看，我们下一集见喽，拜拜。
Bye.